women shouldn't be successful. Women should just like be a good housewife, because if you're successful in the career, you will have a very failed family. I can guarantee that there's no peaceful life and there's no happy ending life. If that property, the car or the asset that you purchase, take the money out of your pocket every month, this is a minus cash flow.
Welcome to NeuroLegacy Podcast, the channel focused on building legacy and generational wealth. She is the woman who proved you can have it all. Together with her family, she is empowering you to rewire, rise, and reign your life.
Hello and welcome to another episode with me and the Majesty of Soul by herself. Hello, it's great to have you here.
Thanks for having me again.
You're very, very
Thanks for
welcome.
having
How
me.
are you today?
Not too bad. Very good. Thank you.
That's nice. Good to hear. That sounds great. Do you have like examples for day-to-day use?
I think depends on, as I said, you can select the techniques as you want, the practice for your mind. Some people do painting, some people do calligraphy, some people do knitting, everything
So should we
that's good
stand up in the
exercise.
morning? Like, let's say,
The
how is-
rituals is important.
so
Each of
you
the
have, for example, special rituals set for yourself.
I
Do you
do,
like to
and I
talk
do.
us a bit through that?
I do believe all the leaders in the world, they have the rituals for themselves, right? It depends on your personality, whatever matching you. Some people like this, some people like that. Not everybody like meditation. You can pick up something else. It's more suitable for you. And for myself, I love to, of course, have time for myself in the reality that I have 3 little children under 5. And my hands are full. We don't have any parents around us, no family around us, just you and me. And in order for us to run 3 kids and in parallel with our life and our companies and our business and ourselves as well, it takes a lot of effort, hardworking. But I take it like a pleasure because I live every day up to my life purpose. So I need time for myself eventually. So when the kids sleep, usually I'm exhausted. Or both, I think all the parents in the world, when the kids go to bed, is like they can have the time for themselves, but we're also exhausted at the same time. So I make my time in the morning. I wake up really early that I can get myself centered back to what is the impact I'm going to make today. What is the agenda of the day going to be? And then I start with my routine. I started with like healthy drink, powerful drink, organic one that keep your body digestion. When your body digestion is like smoothly functioning, everything else automatically, connecting to each other. And then I do yoga. I love to do activities because when you do activities, it's the best way of connecting your mind, body. And then you can do journaling. I love to do journaling. As you know, I write a lot. I list it down. So in terms of neuroscience, journaling is like you de-stress, you download the part of your brain onto the paper or the pad, tablets, whatever you use to do it. And this already take the stress away from you. Because if you keep in so much in your brain, right, it's increase the cortisol and it's cause a lot of stress in your body. So this is a way to detox also your mind as well in terms of science. And you see how much I write it down about the checklist, about the groups, about the KPI, about the agenda, the calendar of the month for the whole family, for ourselves, for the companies, for meetings, for events. We have a really, really busy schedule as entrepreneurs, and also 3 kids as well. They have their own schedule, as you know, modeling, tapping, auditioning, lots of classes and trainings. And this is, if you're not organized with your life, you cannot defeat that. So, but I feel optimized every day, and I have to do every single method to keep myself optimized and keep myself fit for the family and for the children. And I believe that you and other parents will select the best way for yourself.
That's very nice about journaling. So, and telling us a bit more on how you apply all courses at the best. So in terms of, for example, affirmation, when did you set up your goals there? Is that something you done them earlier?
Depends on what goal. So affirmation you can do every day or any moment of the day, you can select, you check in, and you have some certain affirmations that make you vibrate better, and you know that, okay, everything will be sorted and help you calm down in that moment. So affirmation breathwork is also very common and popular more and more in different forms and shapes. And it bring you back to your center, so you can be aware, okay, whatever going on right now, am I in the right track, and check in alignment with everything around you. Yeah. So
How do you apply framing?
about the day, how it goes, or
Yeah,
the month?
like for example, yeah, how do you apply?
So you know the checklist, you know the calendar, you know the agenda. We just need to follow that. And when you follow that, you don't have time to even think so much or delay or procrastinate. Lots of people got delay of things doing. They might get laziness kicked in or boring kicked in, and they don't want to do things. A lot of things blocks them. They might stop blocking them, and they select the comfort zone. They select like a relaxing day to day, and this make like a habit that you cannot get up or like go out there and do something and make changes. The only thing you can make impact is you have to go out there and start somewhere and do something. If we just sit and think and imagine, it will never come, right? Even though you have the great idea, your gut's telling you to do that, your heart's telling you to do that, your mind telling you to do that, but you don't really actually do it. Then when you getting old and die, before you close your eyes, you say, oh, I wish I didn't do that. I wish I did that more or did more. And then whenever I checked in with myself, I close my eyes and I die, is this thing really matter in the next 5 years? Or like even till I die, does it even really matter anymore? Then the problem just disappear, just like that. It's a way of you to calm your mind, balancing everything around you, and not go inside the pressure and madness of life. And the wisdom of the third eyes or pineal gland let you see the life in a different angles, and you will not be attached to the earthly things anymore, and you feel more released and at peace with yourself.
So how to teach yourself those wisdoms, for example, the Buddha wisdoms?
So not like necessarily that you have to activate your pineal gland or third eyes, right? Some people do, some people don't. And I'm still on that journey. I know you're activated, but for people like me, I just believe in science and data and entrepreneurship. I just believe in like hard work, knowledge, and experience, management. Everything have to be like real life, real actions. And I really don't believe in kind of like in the past about spiritual things. But I believe it's about the knowledge that you gain yourself daily when you try to dive in with every questions you have in your life. So where's that come from? Where's the ideas come from? To whom it benefits? If you make these questions, you're going to have like the best neutral angle, and you will see, okay, this benefit which party in terms of business as well. Then your mind getting clearer, and everything you do, you see a deeper layers than just on the surface of it. Yeah, it helps you live deeper. You live with high awareness, and the karmic round or feel around you is just positive, great things, and you're gonna just feel great about that. And then when you feel great about yourself, then you can transform others, and you give them the secret to transform others' life too. And there's so funny story. When I was in Asian countries, they always says to me, a lot of voice and a lot of neighbors, a lot of audiences, a lot of friends or aunties, uncles, whatever you name it, relatives. They said, oh, if you're successful in the career, women shouldn't be successful. Women should just like be a good housewife, because if you're successful in the career, you will have a very failed family, a failed marriage, or a lot of superstitious like wrong definitions of how the woman should go out and perform in society, and that blocked a lot of women opportunities, and it's not fair for them. Why I am the living evidence that you can have it all. You can have the career that you love to do and make impact for others, the husband that love you more than anything, and the children, the dream children that give you abundance of love, and they're just great, and you can have it all. Definitely. It's just that, do you believe in that? Do you believe that you can have it all? Or because of the society limiting beliefs and the talks of people talks and the rumors around, and you just keep yourself, doubted yourself, and don't believe in those things existing. Eventually, in this life, everyone can have the abundance life they wish in every aspect, in love, in career, in health, in wealth, and why not have it all? So this is the whole purpose of awakening to your true purpose of life. So, any questions?
You covered the most questions I had, to be fair. I listed down myself
Really?
a few questions.
And I think, you know, when we do the fintech ventures about financial literacy, I think it's going to help a lot of family and children as well when they get to the financial literacy level that
you
they...
want to tell us a bit about it?
So we...
Have an elevator pitch now here. Please introduce us.
No, I don't want to sell audience anything. I just want whatever our family conversation is real, is raw, and is touching base with their life. If they find that is useful or vibrate with their life, they can take out from that, then I am already happy. It's the same because I hope one day, who knows, if the children listen to our conversations and they can take out something from their self and to build the future, to build their life in the right directions, then that's it. No more. I don't need to sell anything. I don't need to get anything. But in terms of the fintech, the neobanks for family and children we are building is for children and parents can together navigate the financial of the family, the cash flow, and not be the victims of the systems, because eventually if they don't know how to navigate the cash flow in and cash flow out, and they just run with the society to get trapped in the
consumer society.
Yes, consumer society, because they're producer and consumers. Are you producing or you're consuming? So if you're on that consuming side, guarantee that you're going to be in a lot of debts and in a lot of issues of financials, cash flow. And the purpose of the banking is just not help you banking daily, but also give you like a pictures if you should define what is asset, what is liability. Should you take it on more liability or should you take it more in assets, right? So tell me about buying a house, like for a kid. If the kid just want to buy a big house as an achievement to show off to the community or family, then tell me that is an asset or liabilities.
Liability, obviously.
Depends. If that house, our children bought that, and it's...
I mean, to manage to buy it already, it's already an asset, obviously.
So it depends on the cash flow. If the cash flow plus coming in from that property, from that asset, from the car, from the house, then of course you have like a plus positive cash flow, then it's an asset. But if that property, the car or the asset that you purchase, take the money out of your pocket every month, right? And this is like a liabilities, and this is a minus cash flow, and this already like the trap case that people will be more and more go inside of that. So don't buy anything without high consciousness or without high awareness about what you are going through in the later years of your life. I would rather live in the woods, live into my minimum. If I have to go, if I lose everything, I go back to my zero. I have to go back again to zero consumptions, and it's, of course, it's not comfortable for everybody, but you have to get uncomfortable so that you can get up on your feet again and get comfortable again.
It's a very difficult topic, to be fair, because most majorities, they don't learn how to deal with money from school, from parents' home, or from the society. And
you actually can manifest money as well.
And I will ask about this, but in a consumer habit compliant society, you're dealing with people who knows exactly what you need. how to make it attractive enough for you to build that demand that you needed, even if you don't. So it's very difficult for children in specific to understand, because they see everywhere advertisement, people who have something. Obviously, they in their with their eyes see something, they want to have it and everything. So in that very sensitive part, how will you teach them?
It's not just me. I think it's on both of us as the parents, eventually, right? And
But I'm the host and I'm asking the questions here.
okay, boss.
So
But because we want to keep family conversation, like our late night talks turn into a live podcast, because we want to share whatever we talk day to day, raw, real and helpful. It's for ourselves, for the children, and for other people who's watching it. It's a good questions. It's a good aspect that you are bringing in, that society, when we try to protect the children in the way that we think it's good for them. But of course, when we cannot protect them forever, when they go out there, they see friends, family, they see other homes, how do they live, or how the society running. Of course, it's affecting their mentality. And we cannot stop them from that. I have thought about this issue, because when I put a lot of effort in training them every single day of principles of knowledge of mentality, and I ask myself, this is go out to the world, will they survive? The question is, we cannot stop them from survive or not, and we cannot guarantee they will survive or not. The only thing we can do is to provide them already, to repair them in the best condition of their mind, body, and soul, that they will know exactly the decision for their life and exactly what aspect they're going to take in or not take in.
I agree, because we cannot rely on government and society to teach our children in terms of money.
And parents too, I get.
And sadly, it's also, money is like a point which is not really taught how to deal with that in the civilization. As a pathfinder, you will learn how you survive in the jungle once when you come to those circumstances. But we live in a civilization and we don't get like a handbook with the top 10 of how to deal with money. Like having it first earning, then saving, then spending. The society is structured the way, like, you will put in your head that you have to spend, saving mostly just if you're forced to, and earning, everybody try to go the comfortable way. Like back in the day when I was young and started to work was a different level as I see it now, with like staff or with younger generations. They don't have that work mentality. I mean, it's hard to blame on them. The society, social media show, hey, traveling, buying, luxuries life, but they are not really taught to contribute in anyhow something to it, apart of being like victims and consumers.
I would
So I don't know who to blame to.
There's nothing to blame. Everyone will find the way of his own life anyway, right? It's just the generation that grew up these days is a different condition than our grandparents, our parents' generations, that they go through the war and they live in that kind of like insecurities, fears and worries, and how to build up the life better for the children. And we born in the peaceful era, but still have a lot of other worries and pressure the society put the cap on it. So it just, there's no gateway to that. We have just to face it directly and go through it, and repair the children, the mentality, the personality that they can easily to cope with. You know, in my culture, so funny, not funny, but it's a common thing that a lot of parents, even my parents and my close circles, they just want to wish the peaceful life for their kids or the children, you know, peaceful wishes, like, I wish my children just have like a peaceful, happy life, and that's it. this is a very simple wish, of course, from a very pure intention heart, but I can guarantee that there's no peaceful life and there's no endless happy ending life ever after, right? Life is like, it's this core nature of life is about changing, and a lot of things gonna come across the way. The only thing we can't help them to navigate it or to get up, back up to their feet and come back to life is to give them the knowledge that they need, the mentality that they need, the discipline that they need in their life that help them to go through every single things in their life in grace and with, high dignity, high integrity as well. And we learned the hard way. I learned the hard way. I'm not sure how about you, but when I learned the hard way, and I think how valuable it is that we have to, at least I realized, and I packed it into like a tick point, with headlines and bullet points. And imagine if a lot of people already don't have that. So if you don't prepare for the kids to be in that groups already, in the 1% mentality, I train them to be in 1% of the world. And if they already have that 1% mentality, and then they decided to live, let's say they become a different life, they live differently, they don't want that life, fine. They can go to like forest, they can go to more islands, they can live whatever the life they want, but they are well equipped for every scenarios of their life, and I think, hopefully that they can learn from that, pick up for their life and see how it goes. As long as they enjoy life, and when they sufferings or adversity comes, they can get back to their feet straight away and not wasting on the things is like not necessarily.
That's something I'm thinking we push them to find their purpose of life, which is very important, to find out who they are, what they want.
This stage is quite young. They're quite young, but with daily habit, it's gonna root it inside of them for who they are more and more. And children, young age is the best age for manifestations, because with their pure hearts and their mind
and plain brain,
the soul, everything just innocence,
pure.
That's gonna help they achieve any dreams that they aim at or wish for, unstoppable. So when we were kids, you're right, we don't know the world out there, how scary, we just do it, and we do it with like bravery, and we just do it, and somehow we make it through.
Right.
Remember,
Right.
I don't know, I think everybody will have the same story, that when you have at the early age of your life, you just do something and it just make it to the top without hesitations. And now if you ask the person to do again, they may hesitate because they already know exactly what is going to end up on the other side. But the miracle only come out when we don't think about the bad things and just go make it through straight line, do the final things without any hesitations. How about you? What about your definitions of money?